Should we come say hi to everybody like in the
Yep, sure.
grand? Are we on?
Yep, we're live.
Okay. Well, hello.
Hi.
We are gonna have our edges night tonight again. We're gonna do some getting sensitive, getting our bodies nice and sensitive, our whole bodies and minds and systems nice and sensitive to what is right here in the present moment. And then we're going to ride edges. We're going to find how to find edges and ride edges and do all kinds of playing around with our edges. It's how we learn how to heal ourselves. So we're going to get started, and it's going to be kind of we're going to lean into just get yourself into a comfortable position, seated or lying down in the couch, doesn't matter where you are. Just get yourself extremely comfortable. Oh, you want to get in here, Ash?
No, it's fine. I was trying to go
Okay.
for you.
Oh, grassy. And we're just going to get ourselves nice and sensitive for a minute to know how to find the place even more efficiently where we heal ourselves. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes and take your awareness to just your breathing. As quickly as you're able to, you don't want to be thinking anymore. You just want to have your observer just observing how every breath is just happening. And they're all different from each other. Any thoughts that come to your mind, just let them go as quickly as you're able to. Nothing wrong with it, but right now we're just relaxing the thinking brain. Take your awareness from your breath now to your lips and just observe what you sense in your lips without labeling it. Any sensations at all, just lightly let your lips be pressed together, just lightly touching, and you're just sensing anything you can sense all over your lips. As soon as you're aware of any sensations there, then just take your awareness back to your breathing and play around with this for the next few minutes where you practice yourself without guidance to, instead of thinking, just take your awareness from observing your breath, no labels, to observing your lips, no labels. Observing your breath, and just go back and forth. Practice it. Take in a really big, deep breath with your nose. Fill up your lungs all the way, more than you normally do. Go all the way, and when you get to the very, very top, take even more. Once you're there, hold it for 10 seconds. When you exhale, fully release every single ounce of tension you can feel in your whole body everywhere. Just release through that exhale, everything, and exhale all the way, same way that you did your inhale. Go extreme exhale. Get rid of all the air inside of you. And then just resume observing your breath without trying to do anything with it. Goal is just to get yourself as present as possible. You know you're present when you're present. You perceive whatever you want. Getting back to where everything's okay right here in the now. Everything's okay. Just accepting that everything's already okay in every present moment. So that we can then choose, instead of acting like everything's just happening to us. Take your awareness to your hands. Just sense anything you sense in your hands, both at the same time. And then as soon as you're able to sense anything there, keep your awareness moving. And this time move it all the way down to your feet. Sense both of your feet at the same time. With every new in-breath, you're just receiving. And every out-breath, you're releasing. Every in-breath, receiving. And every out-breath, release. We're just trying to train our awareness right now to be able to be on the inside and more sensitive. We want to be more aware and sensitive to what's happening on our insides. Where we find out everything really is. Play around with the size of your awareness and make it really super small. Like go in and try to focus on an area, like find a pain or a tension point in your body right now. Look for it and then take your awareness there. And at first just make it really super small, like the size of like a pencil eraser or something. And then play around with making it a little bit bigger at a time. And remember, you're not judging any single thing you're feeling. You're just feeling it and sensing it. And then allowing your awareness to continue to move. So it's never fixed anywhere. It's always got some sort of change happening. And you're aware of that constant movement.
Please add bowls also.
I was just going back to adding them right now, yeah.
I start thinking when there's not.
Okay, thank you.
That melody helps.
I don't know if the microphone can hear it, but those pops in your body, Ken, I'd love you to be able to talk about exactly, because you seem to be able to do it on command. It's like I'd love to be able to know more about what inside of your body you're doing.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I'll say that it seems like almost nobody understands. There are, I haven't been able to put it in good words yet, but I have put it into enough words that I've watched how most people are scared by it. It feels like it's like they're like scared of, like I'll be hugging somebody and I'll just go, hey, watch this, or like pop 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 pop, and like I'm running down through a spot in my back where I just go down a whole little edge of. It's like it's a newly found territory, and as long as I keep on doing the thing, I'm finding these spots on the inside of me where I'm like, oh wait, look at all that tension right there. And then I just stay there, facing it, leaning into it, watching it change, observing it change. I'm in there right now. I'm doing it in my left hip. I'm putting tension, I'm putting pressure with my body into the floor right now. I'm feeling it in my left hip, my lower back on the left side, my right hip on the front side, my lower back on the right side, my middle back right in the middle, right above that, all of a sudden right above my middle back, up getting into my upper thoracic, it's like heading off to the right again. And now I've got all that connected. I'm pointing, I'm touching on the ground, I'm feeling it in my body, the whole body's connected there. And right now I have all that connection right there. And if I want to, because I've already got myself loose enough, like cracked open enough on the inside, for lack of a better way of saying it, I can just, because I put myself into the tension to make it so that it was possible for me to crack, like kind of like you were going to get a chiropractic massage or like a chiropractic adjustment, where they're getting you to a point where you're manipulated it to the point where you can then say, pop, 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 pop. Oh, nice. I got that relief now. So instead of there being tension there, where it's like, that's putting pain in my rib cage right over here, I stay right with it, I stay right with it, I stay right with it, and it keeps on changing, keeps on changing. Pretty soon you get to the wave crest, and when you're at that point, you can play around with it. You can take the tension back off, and you can make it go slower. You can go faster with it. But all you're doing is just becoming sensitive to your insides, and then realizing with the belief that we're our own healers, taking the time to say, hey, that area right there hasn't been loved on. So it's not really a good example for me to be doing this at the pace that I'm doing it right now, because I've been doing this for a while now, and it gets faster and faster and faster. So in the beginning, though, it's more like, hey, take your time and move your body super slow, like get into real, this is how I got started with it, micro movement on the inside. I want to know what it's like to take my awareness and just move it the smallest little bit. Can I be sensitive of everything between those two small little bits? And the more sensitive I am, the more potential I can feel. But then once you get to that wave crest, you're just now releasing down the back side of it. They're just riding the wave down instead of being on the front side, pushing the wave and making the wave happen. You now get up on the front of it and you realize, I can now start surfing this. And that's literally what happens inside, is it feels like you're starting to learn how to surf your internal world instead of just have it all be disconnected. And that's why this Edges Night, with us learning how to connect whole body movement to these types of skills, is so effective. That's why it feels like it's so effective for all of us that are doing it, because it's just valuing efficiency in the process more than a lot of the other clunky ways that we've chosen to try to get ourselves vitality, physical, whatever. Brandon, do you have something to add right now about edges or anything, or what's on your... Oh.
We haven't even begun whole body movement yet, so.
Well, but
Yes,
anybody who
that's
comes
what
back
we're
with us all the time, they know that the
doing.
Wednesday nights are the whole body movement night.
That we're moving into, but we haven't yet done, so that's
Exactly.
where we're going.
Yes. Thank you. So take your awareness back to just on your insides, if they're not there already. And take another few, like 3 big, huge, deep breaths with your nose. Let out with your nose as well. Practice being one with the breath, the in-breath and the out-breath. Practice the middle part of it, feeling like it's all one big breath rather than a separated in-breath and out-breath. Brandy, I loved that one time when you talked about the way that you had leaned into your edges, the way you were talking about it with your pancreas. That would probably be helpful for people to hear, that description of that, because this is what the whole concept of edge. Right now we're trying to be sensitive enough so that we can actually find and play around with those edges more easily. But anything that we can do to help anybody that's wanting to do this, what are the pieces that you have found to be the most helpful things for you when you're doing it? Like how you said something that we told you afterward, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but the way you described that, it was so beautiful.
actually it really is quite acutely hurting right now, so I think it's a perfect time to really just talk about it and look at it and lean into it. So what I'm doing is I'm not being afraid of the pain, and I'm willing to move my body in all these different places to find what really sets off that tension the most. Really find out where I'm holding, right in this position right here. Is kind of lessen that pain off that little bit, but I notice a muscle right below it that's also tense and supporting that muscle. It goes all the way down to my lower back, even with some muscles down here. They're all supporting your whole body, and it's just about having that full body awareness. Why is that one muscle tense? It's because you have something else in your system that's either too loose or not in alignment or anything like that. Just by experimenting with how you move your body, different ways to stretch or compress kind of areas in your body is an opportunity to notice where else in your body you might be holding any kind of tension or energy.
Get ourselves sensitive and then get into some whole body movement. So do you want to get us started in then, Ash?
That's what I was thinking I was doing. So just full body movement, there's really no real trick to it other than just being aware of your whole body all at once. You can do that in a lot of ways. You can do it lying down, you can do it sitting, you can do it standing. You can put your body into a tension place, you could not. It's just about where you're placing your awareness and how much you're allowing yourself to receive at once. So once you have full body connection, full body awareness, you just stay with your body for a moment. You just observe it. You don't judge it. You don't expect anything from it. Maybe a little tension point will come up as you're just standing there. I had one come up just now in my lower back. And as I focused on it and just kind of gave it some tension, up here and around it, I actually had a little thing click up here in my upper back. And that pain went away.
Nice.
It's as simple as that. It sounds, pretty wild if you've never heard of anything like that. Really, relieving ourselves of healing ourselves really comes down to just releasing that energy, and that energy can be released very quickly.
If we just learn to actually get patient.
If we learn to be patient and willing to surrender. Surrender can be really hard at times. So many beliefs around limiting beliefs keep us from surrendering.
Right. And then once we discover it, we're like, what? It really isn't hard? I thought it had to be hard. go back and walk through getting focused on, not focused on, but just aware of breath, and then tie the breath to each one of these movements?
Yeah. Kind of comes back to what we were talking about earlier with, the in-breath, receiving with the in-breath, and releasing with the out-breath. You stay with any energy that might feel, kind of acute or painful. You just stay with it for a while and allow yourself to breathe and relax and surrender. Finally, you could tolerate that feeling a lot more than you thought.
And it gets beyond the edge, and then all of a sudden, what? It's not pain anymore. It just turned into some power. Remember, the more whole body you can connect everything, the more healing you feel. I don't know exactly how to say that yet. Yeah.
You're just leaning into some full body connection. Very simply, all that means is just being aware of your body right now, fully. Doing exactly that. You're just being where you want to be.
Love you, Alex. Good to see you, buddy.
Wow, that's so inspirational. I'm going to do that too.
It'd be fun to hear from Alex, to hear about, because I've watched Alex definitely doing what we do right now here constantly, every day, watching you lean into edges.
Every day.
Watch you attacking your body pretty vigorously.
Well, I used to try and do my work in a way that was attacking my body, but lately I'm trying to be a little more nicer to myself.
Nice.
A little more in cooperation with my body.
Nice.
What about you, Alex? What do you feel like has been helping you most with your health lately?
Just trying to be more strict about what I take into my body, what comes out of it. We've got, let's see, got seven holes in our bodies, so I'm regulating very strictly what goes in and out. Can do a lot.
awareness.
The keys for this stuff are to keep your awareness on the inside. The more you can match your breathing to your awareness in any given area inside your body where you have tension, you just take your awareness, match to your breathing to that area, and you're going to breathe in awareness into it, where you're just becoming familiarized with the area. You're giving an area love and attention that it hasn't had in a while. And just stay with it. Just stay with that whole body tension and let it just roll. Builds patience to observe rather than react. So once we find those edges, start to really bravely face them instead of retreat and just find some way to gratify ourselves again or whatever.
I even found the most minor amount of moving and stretching to really just make the biggest difference every day. Even just like a casual stretch like this in the morning is even like so good for your body. Ken, you want to talk about why you like the rings so much for this workout specifically?
Yeah, it's just amazing to be able to stand anywhere, create a point on the ground. You got this fixed point, and these little pivots up here. I've got these fixed points, so I can hang out in the middle of that space and just try to let my body find any kind of I'm trying to naturally flow, and then why is that stuff right there? Why is that tension right there? I got this really deep tension in my lower right hip right here on the back, and I'm just like, all right, well, I better let go of this. Well, I know that the more I engage my whole body here, the more that down there gets helped, and so then I love how these things give you the place where you can just do any.
Right, yeah, it gives
Find
you
find any place, get yourself in any spot and just. I think the biggest part of edges for myself wasn't all this physical stuff, because it's so easy to feel into this when you're just doing it with your body. The hardest part for me was just actually believing it, believing that we are our own healer. I toyed with that idea for a long time before I got serious about it, and then I got serious about it. And I intellectualized it for a long time before I really started practicing it. And then I practiced it like a little baby, and I still do. At whatever rate we want to go, we just heal ourselves whenever we want to, whenever we're ready to. When we're ready to call somebody our healer or teacher, we do.
Oh, you guys hear that pop?
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see. I gotta get more organized with this stuff because there's so many ways to move your body.
Well, the last few times we did something specific to some certain area. Right now, we had talked about the practicing of the skill of awareness to the breath. Awareness is on the inside. Travel the awareness to the area where you have the most tension.
Right.
And let's play around with that, the front end of being sensitive with how to match our awareness to our breathing, because that seems like the...
You know, I guess I was too caught up in what that would look like, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's like look and learn anyway.
Yeah, no, it's just taking your awareness to your breath, observing your breath, and then taking your awareness and your breath combined. Once you're there and you're one with your breath, take it to... I'm going to take it right now to my right hip on the inside. So I'm working that at the same time that it's going all the way up right hand side of my back, into my neck, into my shoulder, then my arm. Do you believe that we are our own healer? Do you believe that yet? That everybody is their own healer?
believe we all need help.
Life's so much more enjoyable as soon as we figure that out, right? We're all here for each other. Not happening to each other, but really actually they're for each other. You are your own guide. For the next minute or so, just try to be aware of your breathing and how you're doing your whole body movement. Make sure that your awareness is attached to your breathing, and your breathing is one with your movements. So like practice to make your breathing at the same pace as your movements, the same like amount of energy expenditure, like the amount of volume of it, whatever you want to call it. Just getting to the point where we accept everything, even in our bodies, that everything really is okay right here in the now. Take your awareness to just your breath, and match your awareness to it, and then just travel as fast as you're able to throughout your whole body. Like go from your toes all the way up to the top of your head and then back down again as fast as you're able to, but don't skip over anything. Make sure you sense, but just do your awareness in a big one fell swoop as fast as you're able. Sense everything you're feeling in your whole body without labeling it. Keep your awareness moving. Try to make it as quick as it's possible. Make sure you're paying attention to the whole thing though along the way. Try practicing having your awareness go as slow as possible. On the inside, pick any part of your body, your hand, your face, your feet, or just pick one little spot on you. And now travel super slow. Your lips is a really good one to practice with at first. Go really slow. Go from left to right. Go from top to bottom. Go from where the lips meet. Both going out at the same time. The options are limitless. Well, keep playing around with your edges anytime you want to. It's a process that we have found to be very helpful in all of the parts of our lives. Thank you, everybody. You want to say anything? Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. So good to keep on coming here to heal ourselves.